And as long as Mount Tambora watches over the land, as long as the waves continue to roll onto Lakey Beach, as long as the grass sways across the Doroncanga Savanna, and as long as the people of Dompu carry their traditions into the future, this extraordinary corner of Indonesia will continue to inspire everyone who takes the time to discover its remarkable story. And perhaps, many years from now, when future generations search for examples of resilience, they will not look only at famous cities or powerful nations. They may also look toward places like Dompu, because history has shown that greatness is not determined by size, it is determined by character. Dompu has faced forces that could have erased it from history. The eruption of Mount Tambora changed its landscape forever. Communities were devastated, lives were lost, entire ways of life disappeared beneath layers of volcanic ash. Yet the spirit of its people survived. From that survival came renewal. From renewal came prosperity, and from prosperity came a community that continues to honor its past while building its future. This remarkable transformation offers an important lesson for the entire world. No matter how devastating a setback may be, recovery is always possible when people refuse to surrender hope. Nature itself demonstrates this truth. After lava cools, forests eventually return. After volcanic ash settles, fertile soil emerges. After storms pass, new life begins. The same principle applies to humanity. Challenges can become opportunities. Loss can inspire resilience. Adversity can reveal strengths that remained hidden during easier times. That is why Dompu's story extends far beyond geography. It becomes a universal story about perseverance, about communities that refuse to be defined by tragedy, about people who continue planting seeds even after witnessing destruction, about families who preserve traditions because they understand that identity is one of the greatest inheritances they can leave to future generations. In today's fast-moving world, where attention often shifts from one headline to the next, stories like Dompu's remind us to slow down, to appreciate places whose significance cannot be measured by popularity alone, to recognize that every community has wisdom worth sharing, to understand that some of humanity's greatest achievements are not built from steel and glass, but from compassion, cooperation, and unwavering determination. Dompu also reminds us of the importance of protecting the natural world. Its forests shelter countless forms of life. Its coastlines support vibrant marine ecosystems. Its fertile plains feed communities. Its mountains preserve geological history that scientists continue to study. These natural treasures are not unlimited. They require careful stewardship. Conservation is not simply about protecting wildlife. It is about safeguarding the future of the people whose lives depend upon healthy ecosystems. Every tree preserved helps protect water sources. Every coral reef conserved supports fisheries. Every sustainable farming practice strengthens food security. Every effort to preserve local culture strengthens the identity of future generations. These are investments that extend far beyond the present. They are promises made to tomorrow. As climate change, environmental pressures, and rapid development reshape communities across the globe, regions like Dompu become increasingly important. They remind us that sustainable development is not an abstract concept. It is a practical necessity. Economic growth and environmental responsibility must move forward together. Neither can succeed for long without the other. Perhaps that is one of the greatest messages hidden within Dompu's remarkable journey. Human progress is strongest when it respects the natural systems that make life possible. When economic opportunity supports rather than replaces cultural heritage. When innovation works alongside tradition instead of erasing it. when development improves lives while preserving the landscapes that inspire them. These ideals are not unique to Dompu, but here they can be seen in everyday life. They are reflected in the rhythm of farming seasons, in the respect shown toward elders, in the stories shared between generations, in the quiet confidence of communities that understand who they are. There is something profoundly inspiring about places that remain true to themselves despite the pressures of a rapidly changing world. Dompu is one of those places. It does not seek to imitate anyone else. It embraces its own identity, its own history, its own culture, its own future. And perhaps that authenticity is exactly what makes it unforgettable. When people leave Dompu, they often carry home more than photographs. They carry new perspectives, a deeper appreciation for nature, a renewed respect for resilience, a greater understanding of Indonesia's extraordinary diversity, and an awareness that some of the world's most meaningful experiences still exist far from crowded tourist routes. That is the quiet power of this remarkable land. It changes people without demanding attention. It teaches lessons without raising its voice. It inspires through example rather than spectacle. Dompu reminds us that history is not confined to museums. It lives within landscapes. It lives within language. It lives within traditions. It lives within families. And most importantly, it lives within the choices that each generation makes for the next. So as this journey through Dompu comes to an end, one truth remains unmistakably clear. This is far more than a regency in the heart of Sumbawa Island. It is a place where the forces of nature shaped one of the most extraordinary landscapes in Indonesia, where history left scars but never defeated the human spirit, where culture continues to thrive through the dedication of its people, where the ocean, the mountains, the forests and the savannas exist together in remarkable harmony, and where every sunrise brings another opportunity to write a new chapter in a story that has been unfolding for centuries. The world is filled with destinations that promise unforgettable experiences. Dompu does something even greater. It offers unforgettable lessons. Lessons about courage, lessons about resilience, lessons about gratitude, lessons about living in balance with nature, lessons about preserving heritage while embracing the future. These are lessons that remain valuable no matter where we come from, because in the end, the story of Dompu is also a story about humanity itself, our ability to endure, our ability to adapt, our ability to rebuild, and our endless capacity to find hope even after the darkest moments in history. That is why Dompu deserves to be remembered, not simply because of where it is, but because of what it represents, a living symbol that beauty can emerge from destruction, that unity can grow from diversity, that hope can rise from hardship, and that the strongest foundations are built not upon comfort, but upon courage. This is Dompu, a land shaped by fire, nurtured by the sea, enriched by culture, strengthened by resilience, and forever woven into the extraordinary story of Indonesia.